So you know why Jeffrey O'Neill came to town, you know why he checked into Cassie's hotel, and you know why he looks the way he looks.
I have some answers for you.
Don't answer that.
You know, let's go somewhere private.
Why? You being followed?
Are you kidding me?
Just talk to me. I checked into Jeffrey O'Neill months ago when he first came to town for just the reasons you pointed out.
And you stopped. Why?
I was satisfied that I know who he is and what he wants.
Well, very easily satisfied.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you found out that Jeffrey the DA was actually Jeffrey the federal agent. But do you honestly believe that's the whole story or the only one?
I let it go because I had to let it go.
And yet, it's still around. The doubts and the suspicions.
Who are you and what do you want?
You and I have an awful lot to talk about. You have no idea. If you tell me that you never worried whether or not Jeffrey O'Neill was interested in Cassie, then I'd have to call you a liar. And if you tell me that you're sure there's nothing more to worry about, I'd have to call you a damn fool.
All right. I want the full report on Dinah. What's the update? Look, I don't want excuses, just... All right. It's a simple question. Did she or did she not get into the United States? What? Work on it. Okay, more fun and games. I'm gonna give you 3 questions, real easy ones, okay? I don't want you to think about it. Just spit out the answer, okay?
Right.
The names of Cassie's children.
RJ and Tammy.
Cassie's birthday.
May 3rd.
The name of Cassie's personal trainer. Come on.
I don't remember.
Come on, personal trainer.
Jocelyn. Jacqueline.
Think.
Jacqueline.
No, she doesn't have a personal trainer.
Trick question.
I know, it's a trick question. That's the whole point. You gotta know this stuff. I told you. How many times I gotta tell you? It has to be.
I know. It's all gotta be instinct or the operation won't fly. I know. You've said it enough.
Listen, darling, you got to know every single detail about Cassie Winslow's life, from the most exciting to the most mundane.
Okay. Well, you know what, Richard? What about the intimate? You haven't asked me what side of the bed I like to sleep on, or where we were when we first kissed.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay. Will we get to my fantasies? Because I think those are very important.
As a matter of fact, they are.
I wonder how convincing we'll be as lovers.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Jeffrey? I've been thinking about my daughter lately. I want to talk to you about Dinah.
All right. We're here. Tell me exactly what you know about Jeffrey O'Neill, if indeed there's anything at all.
You like to come off so blasé, but I noticed you followed me.
Call it a precautionary measure.
Good. So you're interested in what I know. How interested?
You hinting at some sort of deal?
Best way to make sure we both get what we want, which is that we keep Jeffrey away from your beloved Cassie.
Which is important to you. Why? Oh.
To each his own.
Well, that makes it a very even playing field. I'm just having a hard time imagining, Miss whoever the hell you are, that you have a hard time getting any man.
Really? Well, I'm going to consider that a compliment. Because it's not always that easy, you know, and you can find a man. It's holding on to him that's difficult.
So I take you've had your fair share of disappointments.
I actually hate that word because I find it pale and polite compared to the pain.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Have you ever felt what it's like to have somebody slip away from you? I mean, you knew that you belonged together, but that didn't matter, not anymore. You did everything you could to keep them close and to keep them from looking anywhere else but your eyes, but they kept wandering farther and farther, and sooner or later you were finding yourself doing things that you never thought you'd do. I guess I'm not explaining it well enough.
I'd say you're doing a pretty fair job.
No. I think that you actually have to grasp something like that only through experience. And maybe that's what you and Cassie are doing right now, experiencing something like that.
What's your point?
My point is that it could easily happen, Edmund. You and I see it because we see things like this before others do. And we can stop it if we have a deal. Do we have a deal?
Yes.
Yes, that'll be just fine. All right, you two. Bye-bye. Sorry, I had to take that city council president.
It's all right. Now, listen, I'd love to have this little chat, but right now I'm kind of waiting for another appointment.
Well, this won't take long. I just want you to take a look at this and then get back to me.
Ross, this is your daughter's file. You had it pulled?
I want to see it for myself. It's been a while since I've gone through it.
Well, let's see. Your daughter killed a man.
O'Neill.
And then she
Just look
left
at
the
it.
country to avoid arrest.
Because I want your take on it as a prosecutor.
For what purpose, Ross?
I'm just curious how you would handle things if, for instance, Dinah came back to Springfield. How aggressively would you pursue the case against her, seeing that there are now many different factors, circumstances, degree of intent, et cetera, et cetera?
What? Hang on. Ross, you realize that this conversation is inappropriate on about a dozen levels.
I was a father long before I was a mayor. I'm speaking to you as a concerned parent, not as your boss. I need to know how to move forward with Dinah.
You know where she is, don't you?
Don't ask me questions that I can't answer.
Can't or won't?
This is not about what I know. It's about what you would do as DA, given Dinah's situation. So you read that, and you think about it, and then you give me a call. Jeffrey, I don't need to tell you, do I, that this stays between us?
I need to go.
Wait, we just started.
I'll call you again soon.
Look here. You push for a meeting, insist we need to join forces to take care of the menace, which is Jeffrey O'Neill. And as soon as we shake on it, you leave, back up your claims.
I have all the facts and the figures, if that's what you're worried about.
How nice for you. Let's hear them.
Not now.
Why not?
Because it's just gonna have to wait. Rule number 1, don't touch me. I said I'd call. No, I want you to stay in the apartment, okay? And don't take off the wig. Just order some videos, take out, and you know, that's why I gave you the credit cards. How long? Well, however long it takes to convince certain people that Dinah is safe at home.